Port Charles is simmering with tension, secrets, and unspoken desires, and on Tuesday, February 24th, the city feels more alive and more dangerous than ever. Every corner holds a secret, every conversation carries weight, and every character is walking a tightrope between love, loyalty, and danger. It all begins with Jordan Ashford, sharp, determined, and watching the city's players with keen eyes. She's fixated on ADA Justine Turner, concerned that her growing connection with Sonny could jeopardize her professionalism. Jordan confronts Justine, her tone steady but urgent, warning her that crossing boundaries could have serious consequences. If Sonny ever became the subject of an investigation, Jordan insists, Justine must remain impartial or risk compromising justice. Jordan's message is clear. Emotions are dangerous in Port Charles, and Sonny is a man who doesn't forgive easily. The stakes are high, and Jordan can't risk seeing Justine's judgment clouded by personal feelings. The tension is thick. A silent warning that one misstep could cost more than either of them is willing to imagine. Meanwhile, Sonny isn't blind to the pull he feels toward Justine. In a conversation with Rick Lansing, he casually reveals the growing bond between them and even hints at a recent kiss. Rick's reaction is immediate, sharp, a mixture of concern and skepticism. He knows Justine knows her intellect and her instincts, and he warns Sonny that she's far from a passive player. While Sonny believes he's leading the game, Rick reminds him that Justine might just be the one steering it. The air between them crackles with tension, an electric warning of how dangerously intertwined their fates have become. Across the city, Lucas Jones finds himself caught in a storm of secrets and moral choices. At Windermere, he speaks privately with Britt Westbourne, confessing everything Marco Rios has shared. Britt's reaction is explosive. Realizing Lucas knows about Jen Sidwell's project and the coercion surrounding her medication, she fears for her safety and for Lucas's. She insists he leave immediately, convinced that staying puts them both at risk. But Lucas is resolute. He refuses to abandon Britt, no matter the danger. His determination is unwavering. They will find a way to free her. The stakes rise when Lucas uncovers critical information. It could relate to the secret partner in Sidwell's project, or even Jocelyn Jax's involvement in the WSP. And speaking of Jocelyn, Jason Morgan is on edge. At Jack Brennan's office, he learns Brennan is doing everything in his power to protect Jocelyn from Cullum. But there's a catch. Brennan doesn't know about the risks Jocelyn has already taken at Windermere. Jason's concern deepens, extending to Carly Spencer, who has recently had a chilling encounter with Ross Cullum. Every interaction with Cullum leaves a lingering sense of danger, a subtle but constant threat. Tuesday's episode promises a confrontation that's tense, electric, and fraught with uncertainty. Jason faces Cullum directly, an interrogation of wills that tests nerve, intelligence, and courage. Every glance, every measured word is a potential trap. Jason must navigate the encounter with precision because lives and hearts hang in the balance. Back at Windermere, Sidwell grills Marco, probing for clues about Lucas's knowledge. Marco, calm but cautious, assures Sidwell that Lucas hasn't discovered the full story, or at least that's what he claims. But when Lucas returns, he walks into a tense, dangerous discussion, one that could unravel Sidwell's entire plan. Britt stands beside him, fear and hope tangled in her expression, aware that one wrong move could destroy their fragile chance at freedom. Amid the chaos, a glimmer of hope shines at Brown Dog Bar. Nathan West surprises Lulu Spencer with news. Maxie Jones has chosen Damien Spinelli. Relief flickers across Nathan's face, but it's tempered with cautious optimism. Could this be the moment Lulu is ready to explore a romance with him? She hesitates, wary of trusting too quickly in a city that has broken hearts before. Nathan gently encourages her, a quiet insistence that they take a chance, even if it begins in secrecy. It's a tender counterpoint to the storm raging across Port Charles, a reminder that hope, even tentative, can endure. Meanwhile, Brooklyn Quatermain confronts Harrison Chase, questioning his recent actions. Chase admits he checked Michael Corinthos' keychain, but insists his intentions were to ensure justice, not plant evidence. Brooklyn's response is firm, laced with concern. His choices could cost him his job. their adoption plans, or worse. She urges him to put family first, reminding him that loyalty and love carry weight equal to justice. Chase stands at a crossroads, the moral dilemma pressing down, each decision stretching the tension to its limit. And then there's Sonny and Justine. The magnetic pull between them intensifies, each moment charged with desire and danger. They both believe they are in control, but in Port Charles, control is always fleeting. Rick's warning echoes in the back of Sonny's mind, a reminder that trust and manipulation often travel hand in hand. The chemistry between Sonny and Justine is undeniable, and the stakes of their liaison are rising with every interaction, every stolen glance, every unspoken thought. As the episode progresses, Lucas and Britt prepare to take a daring step toward freedom. Sidwell senses the shift, the balance of power slipping from his grasp. Tension escalates, hearts race, and emotions run raw. Jason continues to navigate his face-off with Cullum, calculating every move. Nathan and Lulu explore the fragile spark of new love amidst the chaos, while Brooklyn and Chase grapple with the morality of their choices. Sonny and Justine remain dangerously close, their connection a combustible mix of affection and strategy. The night in Port Charles grows darker, rain pattering against windows like a heartbeat that mirrors the city's tension. Each secret threatens to explode. Each choice carries consequences, and every character stands on the edge of revelation, betrayal, or triumph. As the camera pans across the rain-soaked streets, one truth is undeniable. In Port Charles, nothing stays hidden. Every heartbeat, every glance, every whispered word can shift the fate of everyone in the city. Tuesday's episode is a storm of love, danger, and loyalty, a reminder that in Port Charles, survival demands courage, and even amidst the darkest chaos, hope and heart can still shine through. Port Charles is a city of shadows, where secrets can be deadly and alliances are never what they seem. On Tuesday, February 24th, the air is thick with tension, and every heartbeat feels like a countdown. It all begins with Jordan Ashford, whose instincts are razor sharp. She watches ADA Justine Turner closely, sensing that the line between professional duty and personal desire is beginning to blur. Jordan confronts Justine directly, her voice carrying a mix of concern and authority. She warns her that getting too close to Sonny Corinthos could cloud her judgment, especially if evidence ever surfaces that requires prosecution. Jordan knows Sonny is dangerous, and she wants Justine to be cautious because one wrong move in this city could have deadly consequences. Meanwhile, Sonny is oblivious to the storm he's stirring. During a tense conversation with Rick Lansing, he reveals just how deep his connection with Justine has grown and even admits to a recent kiss. Rick's instincts flare immediately. He knows Justine's intelligence and tenacity and warns Sonny that she's no passive participant. While Sonny believes he's orchestrating events, Rick reminds him that Justine may be the one truly in control. It's a dangerous dance of desire and strategy, where the line between love and manipulation is razor thin. Across town, another storm brews. At Windermere, Lucas Jones speaks privately with Britt Westbourne, revealing what Marco Rios has told him about Jen Sidwell's project. Britt's reaction is explosive. The revelation that Lucas knows she's being forced to cooperate in exchange for her medication terrifies her. She demands he leave immediately, believing his presence increases the danger. But Lucas refuses. His resolve is unshakable. He will stay until Britt is free, no matter the risk. Their bond strengthens in that moment, a mix of fear, determination, and unspoken trust. Lucas's persistence sets the stage for even bigger revelations. He may soon uncover details about Sidwell's secret partner, or even Jocelyn Jack's role in the WSB. Speaking of Jocelyn, Jason Morgan is on edge, learning from Jack Brennan that he's doing everything he can to protect her from Ross Cullum. But Brennan doesn't know that Jocelyn has already taken risks, putting herself in danger at Windermere. Jason's concern extends to Carly Spencer, who recently experienced Cullum's ominous visit. The city feels charged with imminent danger, and Jason knows that the threat is only growing. At Windermere, Sidwell grills Marco, testing the limits of his loyalty and knowledge. Marco reassures him that Lucas remains unaware, or at least appears unaware, but the tension is palpable. When Lucas returns, a confrontation looms, one that could ignite a chain reaction affecting everyone involved. Britt stands by him, her fear mingling with hope. Her trust in Lucas is unwavering, but the stakes couldn't be higher. Amid the chaos, there is a quieter, tender story unfolding at Brown Dog Bar. Nathan West surprises Lulu Spencer with news. Maxie Jones has chosen Damian Spinelli. Relief flashes across Nathan's face, but so does cautious hope. Could this be the moment Lulu is ready to consider a romance with him? She hesitates, wary of trusting love in a city that has a history of heartbreak. Nathan's steady presence and quiet encouragement may offer the spark Lulu needs, a fragile but powerful reminder that hope can survive even in Port Charles. At General Hospital, Brooklyn Quatermain confronts Harrison Chase, questioning his decision to check Michael Corinthos' keychain. Chase defends his actions, insisting he didn't plant evidence, only sought to ensure justice. But Brooklyn's concern is real. The consequences of his choices could cost them their careers, their adoption plans, or even their lives. She urges him to prioritize family and love, reminding him that morality isn't just about the law, it's about the people you care about. Chase stands at a crossroads, torn between justice and loyalty, every second stretching the tension further. Meanwhile, Sonny and Justine continue their dangerous, electrifying dance. Each interaction pulses with desire and risk. Rick's warning lingers in the air. In Port Charles, trust is a currency few can afford. Yet despite the danger, Sonny and Justine are drawn together, both believing they are the ones in control, neither realizing that the other may be orchestrating events behind the scenes.